Here on Fox at the Don Haskins Center in El Paso, Texas. The Tale of the Tape, sponsored by Corona, who invite you to find your beach. Balderas' career has gotten off to a spectacular start since turning pro last year. He has stopped every single one of his opponents. 6 years younger than his opponent tonight. A significant height advantage, though, but he does fall shorter in terms of reach. Let's get you over to the fight now, to tonight's ring announcer, to Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Fox from El Paso, Texas, Premier Boxing Champions now features 4 rounds in the lightweight division. Referee in charge is Mark Kaloy. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the silver with the green. His professional record: 4 wins, 2 of those coming by way of knockout against 2 losses and 1 draw. Fighting from Puebla, Mexico. Damas y caballeros, aquí está Jorge Rojas. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the blue with the white trim. As a professional, he's undefeated, 3 wins, all of those coming by way of knockouts. Hailing from Santa Maria, California, he is the 2016 United States Olympian, Karlos Balderas.
Okay. Carlos. Let's go, Blue. Okay, gentlemen, we've already gone over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times. Listen to my commands. Trunks here good, trunks here good. Chuck and want this, touch gloves. Good luck to you.
And to take you through tonight's fight, our ringside team of analysts, Sean, Robert, and Virgil. Sean.
Blue trunks for the blue chipper, Karlos Balderas. The Olympian, guys, sky is the limit.
Yes, sir. The sky's the limit for him.
Box.
And don't blink. The 3 wins have all come in the first round.
Yes, this is great for him. You know, fighting on TV, it's an incredible thing for a young fighter to get out there.
And to fight here in El Paso, Mexican heritage. His grandfather left Mexico 40 years ago.
Yes, his backstory is real.
It is fascinating.
Real tough, real fascinating.
I'd tell it quick if I were you.
Yes.
He just heard Rojas with a short right hand.
Just missed him with the sweeping left.
Rojas needs to protect himself and not wing with this kid. He has great distance and range. He's in and out before you know it. Good hand speed. He appears to be the goods at this stage in his career. And then just showed patience to put in his pick shots. And not get overwhelmed and trying to overwhelm the opponent.
Yeah, he got Rojas' attention really quick.
Very quick.
Virgil, the first time you see a young fighter live like this close, what are you looking for?
Well, you're looking for his pedigree, number 1, and you're looking for the transition from amateur to pro, and he seems to be making a real good transition. He's sitting on his shots. That's what I like. And he has a variety of fundamental shots that he uses.
Yeah, and he fires a beautiful jab.
A very pocket rocket jab he has.
Yes.
First fight in the U.S. for Rojas. Cholula, Mexico, and Puebla. 40 miles southeast of Mexico City. We see a huge opportunity for him, but well, he is under fire.
Yeah, the incredible thing is Balderas grew up working in the fields, you know, as a young fighter coming up. Even after tournaments, he would go straight to work.
At what time did his father set the alarm clock for him?
I think it was 4 a.m. in the morning. He'll be watching the school bus drive by while he's jogging.
That's dedication. The one thing you want to impress upon him, like right now, he's standing in front of Rojas because he landed a big shot early on and a big hook early on, so he feels like he can hurt Rojas and Rojas can't hurt him. But you want to still keep him alert to that. He has to create the angles and not stand in front of the opponent. Right now, he's looking for a knockout. It's quite obvious the way he's sitting on his punches and the way he's cranking them. He's not setting anything up. He's coming with the hook or the big right, or one jab at a time.
Speed difference jumps off the screen.
It seems Rojas recovered from that first shot.
He recovered quite well.
Rojas ate some big shots. Well, he's going to be the first, it appears, to take Balderas to round 2. Our main event coming up next. Has anyone frustrated and thrilled a fan base the way Victor Ortiz has over the years? Whereas on the other side, Devin Alexander, so silky smooth in his skills. And the question, as it always is, which Victor Ortiz are we going to see in the main event tonight? If this is the first time you've seen this young man, it's Karlos Balderas, the 21-year-old Olympian, lost in the quarterfinals, 2016 Olympics at age 19. Cesaro Alvarez, who went on to win the bronze medal, 6 years old. That's a huge age difference, 19 to 25.
Again, Balderas looking very powerful with his shots, but the fact is that Rojas can see the shots now. Once he touched him in the first round, he alerted him to what he wants to throw, so he sees the big punches. I'd like to see Balderas set it up off a jab, double jab instead of that single power one, and quit trying to knock him out and set up the knockout.
Yes. Once you start trying too hard to knock the guy out, that's where it starts getting tough to do it. It's that shot you don't see that knocks him out. And setting it up like you set off the jab, Virgil.
You didn't see
that's
that.
What he got to do.
He's got a nice little shot through the gloves right on the point of the chin. But Rojas seems to be recovering quite well, and he's landing punches.
Well, there's a little more cautious. You wonder what was discussed in between rounds. He was getting a little careless.
Rojas is firing back pretty good.
Yes, he is.
He's letting those combinations go.
That's because Balderas is looking for a knockout on every punch, and after he finishes throwing the punches, he stands there and admires him. He wants to see the effect the punch has on Rojas. And that's the danger of a young prospect, getting a lot of knockouts early. A lot of things bypass him that will cost them later on down the road in their career. He's right there, he's standing stationary, just looking to drop a bomb in.
Yes, it's turning into I take one, you take one.
Exactly.
He needs to fire that jab off and just work his combinations.
He does.
Nice and relax and let him go.
Right now he's trying too hard. He looks anxious. He's falling over his feet when he throws the right hand.
Sometimes they're subtle, sometimes
now what Balderas needs to do is, wow, that was a really low blow. Right on the button. What Balderas needs to do is go back down to the body now.
Okay, here we go. Touch gloves.
why?
Box.
Because of that low blow. Anybody knows when you take a low blow, your stomach starts to hurt. So don't want to shoot that body shot.
That is so cruel, Ghost.
You see that cold side once in a while. He's all smiling, and then you see the evil side come out.
That's boxing.
That was borderline right there. It was a nice body shot.
There's just not a lot of movement from Balderas.
Not at all.
It goes back to like Virgil said. He's looking for the knockout too much, which he needs to go and put his punches together, relax, and just let them fly smooth.
It's Christmas Eve for some people. The greatest day in all of racing returns this weekend. The Daytona 500 kicks off the new season tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern. Pre-race begins at 11 a.m. only on Fox. It's like opening day being the Super Bowl. What'd you see in round two from Balderas?
You know, he was out there, like Virgil said, just trying to look for that knockout. Did a great job, though, landed some shots, landed that low blow, you know, which does take a toll on you when you get hit low. And then he also went back down to the body, so that should slow Rojas down a little bit.
The danger of a lot of young fighters today, they feel pressure to get the knockout so they can be accepted by the fans. But you have to reverse it. The fans will get you knocked out if you don't learn your craft and learn how to set up knockouts and at the same time be respectful of what's coming back.
Start listening to him, you'll be sitting with him.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, it's that saying. You fight to the crowd, you end up getting hurt.
That's right. Now look at that shot, right on the money, but Rojas sees it. If he would have hit him with that shot at an angle, we might have the fight over with. A big hook, right on the money. Stunned him a little bit, but he'll probably recover. And he does and fires back.
Looks like Rojas got some mouse under his eye already.
He does, and it's swelling rapidly. It looked like it came from that first right hand of this round.
So those numbers for Balderas have come down. Furious start in the first 90 seconds, and then he's looking more like batting practice, like he's just trying to end it with one shot.
Yep, he's trying to hit that home run.
And Rojas knows what he wants to do. See, so Rojas beat him to the punch that time with the hook, and he's countering Balderas. Oh, he's tripped.
Balderas starting to use the body. You can see a little bit. The game momentum.
He's doing a little bit of touch and go.
Yeah.
Touch and go means as soon as he feels that punch fly and land, he lets his fly at the same time.
Yes, he is, and he's anticipating where Balderas' punches are going. Balderas' punches are powerful. That was a good liver, but he protected his liver pretty well there, and he's firing right back.
Now he's starting to punch with him.
He's very game. Rojas is very game. He understands what's going on in there. He's not in there as a rookie, that's for sure.
The one thing I like about Rojas is where his hands are all the time.
Yes.
He has a tight defense, which is helping him out to get through this fight.
And even when he missed that wild right hand, he rolled under from the counter, and he rolled again after he landed it.
And he shells back up right away.
Let's see if Balderas keeps his emotions intact after this hit, but
that can throw a young fighter off, right?
It really could, especially if he's angered. He just got caught with a nice little short hook there. And these are things that you look for up the road as he progresses.
There's some teachable moments here in this fight.
Very much so.
Yeah, this is the type of fight Balderas needs. Somebody that's going to push him rounds and not just lay down.
It's almost as if that fast start in the first 60 seconds is the worst thing that could have happened to Balderas.
Yeah. It's almost like he faded. Even though he's throwing big punches, he's just become lackluster in his approach.
Through three. But Balderas had never been to round two. Jorge Rojas has seen some big shots, but he's still in the fight.
Estírame los pies, papi. Estírame los pies, papá. Eso. Tranquilo, muévete, trabájalo, pégale abajo, arriba. Termina el tiempo ya. Ya, pégale, pégale, mijo. Pégale, mira, pega y muévete, tranquilo. No intercambie con él ya, ¿ok? No lo quieras noquear.
Well, Rojas needs a knockout, that's for sure. Balderas needs to change his approach if he wants to get the knockout. He needs to be more active with the jab and with his footwork in and out the feints and set up the shot instead of just showing it to him.
So his corner was telling him he needs to let his punches go. He needs to let them fly. He needs to be smart, move around, pick the right shots.
Would you have told him the same thing?
Pretty much so. I'd have told him maybe a little earlier, but even coming into the fight, you have to be able to box to last in this sport. You just can't come out and be a slugger all the time and look for these knockouts because they can backfire on you. And this will be a good learning curve for him. That everybody's just not going to fall when you crack them. So Rojas has showed a very dependable chin at this point, and he's also game. He's fighting back. He's just not taking it. He's giving it back.
Now he's coming forward.
Nice body shot.
Couple of counters. The first one got through. As Balderas shakes it off, probably the best indication that it did.
And for the first time, you see Balderas on the back foot. And that's what happens. Someone shows that resilience, and they're firing back, and all of a sudden you become uncertain of yourself because you say, wait a minute, I hit you with a hook that knocked everybody out, and you still here firing back. So it's a good learning experience for him.
Yeah, these are the type of fights young fighters need to progress as a true professional.
And often don't get them.
Yes, the nice thing is he's on air. He's able to go back and look at this fight and assess himself and see what he got to do.
Right there, he showed the urgency of the knockout. He threw the hook so hard, he turned his head around with it, lost sight of Rojas. He's lucky Rojas didn't come back with a right hand as he came back in position with his head.
He has a great jab. He needs to use it a lot more. If he used the jab a lot more, he would have set everything up, and he probably would have got Rojas out of here within 2 rounds.
There was the double jab that we had not seen since the opening seconds of the fight.
Nice left hook by Rojas. You're right, Ghost. He needs to go up and down with the jab. He needs to disrupt. He needs to change the rhythms on it to keep Rojas off balance.
Yeah, he needs to use it like if it's a can opener. He got to work it, open him up, and then land that big shot he wants to land.
Full marks here for Rojas.
You can almost make a case for Rojas winning this round.
Yep, you could.
Because he's pressing the action and he's landing very effective punches.
Change the tone with that right hand.
Rojas landed 2 nice right hands.
That look in Balderas' eyes at the end of the fight says, I haven't quite figured this puzzle out yet. It appears he did enough to win, but a learning curve moment for Karlos Balderas.
Arriba salió Cachayocla. Saludos para mi jefa, te amo jefa, Santiago Cachayocla.
So much buzz, so much electricity in El Paso this week about this night, about big-time fights coming back to this arena, and to see this young man, the 21-year-old Karlos Balderas, in his first real test against Jorge Rojas. Ray Flores will tell us how it turned out.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we go to the scorecards. All three judges, Daniel Sandoval, Ellis Johnson, and Levi Martinez, are in accordance 40-36 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still perfect, Karlos Balderas.
A win and a little education at the same time for the 21-year-old Karlos Balderas. He goes to 4-0. Learned some things in the process. Our main event, Victor Ortiz and Devin Alexander, coming up from El Paso.
What makes you